So this is day 72. And I wanted to record, but somebody was in the studio. I'm like, okay, let me just ask them one or two questions. Let me know even know whether the question I'm about to ask makes sense. But the person in the studio is my boss, Mr. Sayi. I've heard, if you have been listening to this podcast, you've heard him. Okay, do you want to say hi?
Hello.
All right. Hello to you too. So I watch a lot of romantic comedies and I watch a lot of romantic movies, and or even in real life you see tweets where
Yeah.
somebody will just say, "Oh, they finally said I love you," and they blow that thing out of proportion, like that word or that sentence "I love you"
Yeah.
made their whole existence. And what is most shocking to me is when you guys have been together, you guys are almost dating. It's very obvious that you people, the both of you are in love. You guys have gone out on dates. You guys speak on the phone every time. You guys have gone through the stages of talking stages or whatever. But immediately that person says "I love you," it kind of like now validates every other thing
Yeah.
you guys were doing. So all the things you were doing were rubbish until the person said "I love you."
Yeah.
What is your stance on that thing?
Okay. So, if I understand your question, okay. So, if I
Does it
understand
make sense?
if I understand your question very
Yeah.
well, is it the reaction or the perception or the fact that somebody says
I
the
love you.
yeah
So
the phrase
why is saying the word important?
important?
Yes.
I think it goes a long way in solidifying assumptions. What I mean is that, like, it asserts the fact that the person really loves you. You know, it takes away assumption, and at that point, I think to an extent, it's like a proposition. It's like a contract proposition in the relationship and romantic circle. So basically, I think it affirms something, like when it takes away the doubt, it takes away any assumptions, and how do I put it, like
It's
propose
like a go
something.
ahead.
It proposes something, like something real, something tangible. you know let me give you an example. You can have a feeling about something. It's just like your thoughts. Maybe you have a dream about something and you want to pursue it. You can talk, people can see you trying or attempting to make it come true, or trying to walk your dreams. People can perceive it, but if you bring it down and write it in a paper or make a presentation about it, it becomes something that is evident,
Real.
yes, to other people. Because
Oh, okay.
yeah, before it was real to you, because only you can feel it, only you can perceive it in some, like, with your senses. You understand? So it's a reality in your own mind, but as soon as you say it out or write it down, it becomes something tangible that other people can be able to relate it. It becomes evident. If you understand what I mean, yeah.
I just think, why this is even a topic for me is because I don't understand the reaction. Like, it's just a word "I love you." Like, why do people attach so much
Importance.
importance, meaning to it? Like, somebody could be treating you badly, somebody could be avoidant, somebody could be the worst person you have ever met, but once they say "I love you," you're just like, they said "I love you." It's just like, what? Like, why is that word really important? Because I mean, I would love a partner to say that to me, but I don't think I'm going to be like, "Oh my god, is it?"
Well,
It's like something that's highlighted in books, movies, like everywhere I go. And I'm always shocked at reactions.
well, that reaction, I think it's not something that is alien. Why? Because the world have romanticized relationships like for a very long time.
Yeah.
So there are things that become romantically appealing in the romantic
Spectrum.
spectrum. You understand?
Yeah.
So there are things that are really romantically appealing. So I think whenever that chord is struck, people resonate at a certain frequency. Like when somebody says "I love you," and then it sparks a kind of
Yeah.
emotion within someone. It's why the reason is because for a very long time, people have attached that how do I put it, like,
The word with meaning.
no, the experience itself,
Oh.
that bliss that comes with somebody loves me kind of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
So people have connected it to the phrase itself. You what I mean is that somebody might have shown you love in so many different ways, but you might not feel that excitement until it is said. Why? Because it brings something into reality. Like, how do I
Yeah.
put it? Like, it's just like somebody is pregnant and then she delivers.
Present.
Yeah.
I mean,
So the
I get
excitement
it.
is different. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Thank you so much, Mr. Sai.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Thank you for being the voice of reason, because me, I was about to come here and just bash all of you that used to like react.
Thank you
to-
for having me.
I love you. But what I would say is, I mean, I like words.
Yeah.
What do they call us? Logo files. I love words a lot, but I don't see myself. I mean, I would love a partner to write poems, flowery
Yeah.
words, and all of that. But I don't think the words should be higher than how you treat me. Because the thing that will give the words importance is when it's backed with actions.
Yeah.
So you cannot just be weird to me or avoidant, or I have to, in fact, maybe before you even said I love you, you don't reply your messages on time, you don't call, you don't check up, you're not present,
Yeah.
you're not there, and bam,
Suddenly,
out of the place.
out of the
He said,
blue.
I'll ask you, sir, love me how? Because your words are not matching your actions. So I think, okay, yes, the words is important to kind of like validate what has been happening, the actions that are already there. So it even happens that whenever some of my friends like write me notes or say things about me, I don't believe the words. They are flowery and good, but I don't believe it
understand.
because their actions do not tie into what they are saying. So there needs to be like a bridge between the action and the words. That's when only I love you can be like, oh my God, they said I love. And another thing is like that thing of why are women dramatic when a man finally proposes to the one?
Proposes, yeah.
Didn't you know that he was going to propose? Why are you
along.
dramatic all of a sudden? That's not the conversation we're having. But it's just like, I love you should just be like, what is that over exaggerated reaction, or what is that big reaction? If you already knew this person loved you, they're just now saying it. So if I already knew that you loved me and we love each other, why is saying it now something that kind of like drives me mad, or something I just like think about all the time? I don't know.
I
Maybe it's because of my loveless life. That is why I'm saying all of this, but it's just something that is always in my head.
I think it's the validation that comes with it. You know, like a lot of things I think about human beings' relationship is as assumptions. What I mean is that not that people do not communicate, but I think sometimes people mostly communicate their assumptions too. So yeah, so that validation that what you are assuming is true, it's real. I think that's what gives people that excitement, and they get that feeling and expressive about it. And yes, it can shift things.
Yeah.
You know, like when you hope for something, you know, and you love for something to be true, it's just like a confirmation bias on something. Like you really want it to be true,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's coming through. You know. So I think it sparks up that feeling, and it gives people that excitement. Some people might not react the same way. Why? Because they're not emotionally
Expressing.
reactive
Yeah,
like
reactive.
that.
Okay.
Yes, but you know, this love thing is just what it is. I think.
What is it?
Yeah, it's what it is. I mean, like people interact with it differently.
Yeah.
You know, just like you said, why would somebody who has not demonstrated a certain kind of track record of
Does-
actions that
yeah.
sum up to show that the person loves someone, and then suddenly pops out to say the word, you know. So I think the approach is different. For some people, is the contract first before the action, you know? Okay.
Okay.
When you say you love me or I say I love you and you agree to that, then we can start from there. You start seeing the action. While for some people, they try to demonstrate it and
The
show
action.
competence, in love first before they can maybe get accepted and all that. So I think for me personally, I wouldn't feel like it's weird. Why? Why? Because I think people approach things differently, and somehow for some people do not know how to approach people with things like this. What I mean is that they don't know how to get close to someone first before
Saying the
expressing it.
words,
Yeah,
yeah.
their words are faster than their actions.
Hey!
So for some people, it's the other
Yeah.
way around. So so human beings are quite a bit complex in how they react to like different situations. Yeah. So that's why I don't find it weird. To be honest, I've seen people act in various ways, about this love thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know myself whether it's love or not. I can't really determine whether it's love or not. But I know some people act differently when it comes to this whole romantic thing.
I agree with you when you say it's like validation, because it's like with love, people approach it with like, caution, carefully. While some people just wear their heart on,
Yeah.
on the sleeve. Some people are like, let me not do too much. Let me not show myself too
Yeah.
much. I don't really know where this is going. But when the person asks you out and then says, I love you, it's like, oh, passports to do anyhow, be free and just like say whatever it is I want to say. So it's just like you said, just like that channel that it opens every other thing, like freedom to be. Like you cannot even now lay claim to the
That
person.
kind of thing. Yeah.
You cannot lay claim
It's
to
like
the person.
it has gotten legal.
It has been like, this is my do
Yes.
not approach. So okay, that makes a whole lot of sense.
And for some people, let me give you an example. Like from the male point of view, like men point of view. A guy might be like trying to approach a lady,
Yeah.
and if she's not so interested, you understand, if she hasn't shown like equal level of interest like on him than he's showing on her, he might think that, oh, maybe this is the time to just go ahead and just tell her. Maybe she would understand my intention and know exactly what I'm trying to do, so
Yeah.
that let's just have it done. Let me get whatever response I'm going to get from her and know whether I'm going to proceed or not. While some people will be like, oh, let me just keep building friendship and see where it goes before talking about it or spilling the beans or saying the word.
Yeah.
But for some people it's a way of just confronting or revealing what they want to propose.
But the thing, Mr. Saye,
Yeah.
is that cannot, if you use that manuscript for everybody, it cannot work. Like I get irritated when I'm just meeting a guy for the first time. You want to marry me, K? You don't know whether I'm a witch. You don't know whether I'm a monster. You want to
Yeah.
marry me, or you just meet me for the first time. And I'm talking about like household chores, about how I like cooking, cleaning, and because of that, you already assume I'm a wife material. But that doesn't make me a wife material. I could be that and be a monster. Like, I'm even
understand.
scared for the other person because I know myself, I'm not a monster, but what if I am? And what if you are too? Because you're expressing interest in me doesn't mean that you are perfect. Because you're giving me something, right? Or you are potentially trying to give me something.
Yeah.
So it irritates me a lot. I prefer, let's build a line of communication first, or a line of action, because that is what then gives weight to your words later on. So it would be very obvious that the reason why you're here is because you like me. The reason why you're here is because you want to get married. But then friendship first. Really, friendship first. And I know, what started all of these things is that just, ask the person immediately and know like whether they're on the same wavelength
Be very
as you,
clear,
so that you
about
don't
it
waste your
before.
time and your money. But then again, I don't think you can waste your time and money on something that, if you spend time in it, you could still benefit either ways. Like, What I mean by that is I can meet a guy that I am attracted to. And from the first conversation, I would know whether even if this person doesn't become my partner, having conversations with this person will benefit my life because they have value, they have morals, they can be my friend without even being my partner. So you can figure that out on the first day of meeting someone or on the first week. Does this person's value align with mine? Do they have sense? Would they are they going to embarrass me? Figure that out. You can figure it out in the first week, and after the first week, you know that no matter the time you spend with this person, it cannot be wasted because you're gaining something from your conversations and spending time with them. Then for your money, nobody is asking you to go and spend your money. Oh. Be wise about that one. I'm just saying is I don't like it when guys approach me with a relationship because then you start building what is meant to be friendship. Like building a relationship brings a lot of pretense. So it's like, oh, we are building for marriage. So I'm meant to be perfect. I'm meant to not say some things. I'm meant to be guarded. But if you start with friendship, like I know you like me and I might like you too, but we're just like getting to know each other. There's an ability to be kind of like free at some point. But once you start with that relationship thing, it's like you're working on, nails or eggshells around the person. So anyways, what works for everybody? What works for everybody? What works for everybody? What I shall say is those words, I love you, I want to marry you, spend the rest of my life with you. It only makes sense for me, when there is a track record of actions, of presence. That's only when the other person have attached importance or prominence to the person, those words are coming out from.
Well, I understand your perspective, and I can relate to why maybe you would want to see actions first before, anybody takes that step or
Yeah.
comes at you that way. It's because of the way you've always seen it.
Hey,
Yeah,
because I
probably.
never loved her.
No, not really. Not really that you've never loved. I
Yeah.
think maybe it's the templates
What does
that
that
you've
mean?
always
Okay, the kind of people I've always met.
no, what I mean is like the roadmap that you've always believed that to be ideal, the ideal
Oh.
roadmap to love.
Really?
Yeah, but for some people I think it's different. When you talked about, okay, at the end of the day, when you said that when you get to know somebody and build friendship, even if it does not end up as a relationship, there are some certain values that you can gain, from the relationship. So I think that's debatable too. Why? Because like in every sort of social interaction,
Heartbreak.
no, in every sort of social interaction,
Yeah.
every individual have what they believe to be of value to them. So value, I think, is subjectively determined. What I mean is that I cannot determine what is valuable to you in every form of relationship that we have. Only you can determine what value is to you. So that's how it is. Like, what I mean, relating it back to what you said. So for that person, the value for him is winning you over. Yeah, he just wants to lock you in and see that, oh,
I shall
just
not
like
be
you said.
locked in the name of
Locked in.
Jesus.
Yeah, to say that, oh, I'm in a relationship with this person. It's official, and it's formalized in every form. What I mean is that it's been stated, and the contract has been approved in some way. So I believe that relationship is an unwritten contract, even if we don't see it as that. But the fact that somebody proposes something and somebody accepts, there's an agreement there. Yeah. So for some people, that's the value for them, and they don't and other things that they may consider of value. And what you think it's your strength or skill or something that may be beneficial to them, they may not be looking at that side, and it may not mean anything to them
because they don't value it.
Yes, just like you said something about, do they have sense? Somebody might not have sense and do not see something that is of value as values to him, but his own value that he's looking for is something completely off what you're thinking might be valuable to him. So that's why I think I can be able to be open about this issue and admit what other people consider as value differently from what I consider as as value. So that's why I think some people still have the right to approach relationship like that. Yeah, because I've heard stories of people of people who have approached women, like, I mean, men who have just approached women and say, oh, you,
but is it not anticlimactic?
I want to marry you, like from day one, I want to marry you, and it's somehow like ended up working for them.
But is it not anticlimactic? Don't you build up to something? Do you just and then it's God?
I understand what you're saying.
God.
I think it all boils down to our perspective, just like I said, and how we
see it.
Love to experience love itself. Yeah. For some people, they want it to climax, like slow ascend to the climax. But there's a problem with climaxing. When something goes on the ascend and it climax, it's going to calm down. After that, you understand? Yeah, theoretically, that's what I believe theoretically.
So,
but then
when the middle is at the beginning, you start building up from there.
Yes, you can start building up. It's
so the peak can be anywhere.
It can be anywhere. It can be from the start, and it can be at some point progressively. Yeah, but I believe some people can have that kind of experience and it will work for them. But I understand why it will irritate you. Because it feels unsafe for somebody to just pop out of nowhere and just be like, hey,
who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Because I always ask them, what about me made you say that? Because there needs to be something about me. There needs to be something about, because now that you love me, I can't say the same for you. Now you have to work to make me see you that way. And it shouldn't be like that. But if it's a friendship, the way you know whether I even like you is if I contribute to that friendship. Like, am I even trying to extend an arm of friendship to you? But if you just come to me and say, oh, you want to marry me, like, okay, you say, oh, you're very intelligent, you're smart, you cook. But I don't even want to be seen that way. I don't even want to be perceived that way. I don't want my lover, I don't want my partner to just think I'm intelligent and smart. Why? Or that I can cook. Because because every other person on the streets of Badawa sees me that way. Jeez. And a partner should see me different. Everybody on the streets of the internet sees me that way. So if you were to describe your wife, that is all you're going to say?
I feel
because if you're friends with somebody, you see deeper sides to them. You have deeper conversations with them. You can say things that are not. And this is like the poetic thing. I'm now saying I'm now talking about, because maybe somebody will listen to my view and now say, oh, she doesn't like words, but I do like words, because I don't want those words to just be vague or surface, or just like something you just brought out from anywhere and just said. From your observation, your interaction, your living, you're doing life with me, how have I affected you? Right? How have I affected you? How have I influenced? How have I made your life better? It's not intelligent and smart. It's not that I cook. That's not the thing. Like, okay, what example am I going to use now? Can I say my mom? My mom, from living with her and doing life with her. Everybody will say, oh, your mom is the best mom in the world. But when I touch my mom's hands, this is where the difference now comes in, because now I have a relationship with my mom. When I touch my mom's hands, I see years of work, and just by that touch of that the skin of her palms, it makes me want to do better in life and make her proud, because that her palms are telling stories of how far she has come, of how of the sweat, blood, tears she has put into raising me. You see how that story is different from the other story?
Yeah.
Every other person on this because I have a relationship with my freaking mom.
Yeah.
Do you understand like what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe because I doubt easily. I don't trust people easily.
No, I understand what you are saying, and I think it's pretty normal. Like even me as a guy, I can imagine it, and just say that somebody comes out of nowhere and they tell me that, hey, I love you, with the expectation that, oh, I would
You
say,
should
okay,
be happy.
yeah, or I should be happy, or we can start something. It's quite weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have like I'll feel uneasy about it,
Yeah.
and but honestly I would not know how to deal with it at that moment. Maybe what I would try to do is to buy time, or just, how do I put it, like stretch the whole thing so that I will know how to deal with the situation.
Yeah, that's wise.
Yeah, but
I just called them up. I'm like, you're not a serious
yeah,
person.
but at that spot, it will make me uneasy and I'll feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it will be on my mind. Like, how do I deal with this thing? Like, but it's not something I can, how do I put it, like, consent to immediately. It's not something that I can consent to. So I would understand it from your own point of view. Even me as a man, I would feel very uncomfortable with that. And I believe that people should actually build relationship first before
saying the word.
But I tell you, people will not do that. Why? Because if people believe that they are in love,
they do anything.
I'm just putting it this way. They believe that they are in love because I feel like sometimes it may not be love. It might just be desire. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
lost.
Yeah, but then let's come back to that. When people believe that they are in love, honestly, you can't determine their action. You can't slow them down. People don't slow down for anything. They just keep going.
Yeah.
Like the drive is so intense and almost uncontrollable for a lot of people. Like, I mean, a lot of people, like most of the population, it's not something they can contain. Yeah,
it's like burning.
Yeah, it's like burning.
Everybody on the way gets burned.
So that's why people who are in love and are looking for a way to express it, or looking for a way to formalize it into a relationship, there's no stopping. Like, there's no stopping. I mean, you find them everywhere in your life, in your mail. I'm saying email just because I want to exaggerate the whole thing, but I mean, you find them everywhere, buzzing your phone, in your chats, everywhere they can have access to you.
They're gonna be there.
They're gonna be there.
I mean,
they're gonna be there.
Love is a beautiful thing, and I can relate to that because I'm also like that. But now I'm just like, everybody should just do their own. Because now what? You're asking me why? Why? Love is really a beautiful thing.
Yes,
and
it is.
I don't know, for you listening, where you are, what is your mindset on it, and I just pray for you that you find what your heart seeks and what you desire. We all desire love. We all desire to be seen and wanted by another. But it doesn't mean that you should pause your life for it, or even kill yourself for it. Don't come and kill yourself on the altar of another person that is not even seeing you that way. So once you realize that you're extending some arms of friendship to this other person and you're not agreeing, pack your kaya and bounce, okay? Respect yourself enough to know that when something is not working, you can't control another human being. Or Mr. Say, what do you think? So,
No. Yeah, one thing strikes me when you said that you can't control another human being.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think people should understand. Like it should be a revelation. It should be like that eureka
They
moment.
should come
Yeah, like
to the knowledge.
like yeah, like I've discovered something enlightening. Why? Because that would completely turn around the whole relationship dynamic.
Yeah.
People will start focusing inward rather than outward. And I feel like most of the problems that usually arise from in the relationships is it's because people are outwardly focused.
Yeah.
Like their focus is outward. Like if there's something to be corrected, is outward. If there's something to be fixed, it's
Thought
outward.
is outward.
Yeah, if there's something that should be contended, outward.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and then when you start projecting things like that onto somebody, it becomes like a battlefield. You know, so that's why I feel like that thing is very important for every individual to come to that light, to understand that, oh no, channel your energy inward, you understand, so that if there's anything to be fixed, like take it inward. Like there's a lot of things that can be fixed just by fixing the self. So
Yeah.
if everybody fixed the self, then we have a more, how do I put it, a more appealing coexistence in every form of relationship. You know, this is the thing, like when you get yourself better and the other person gets themselves better, we get better.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, but then people always look outward when they want to fix something. When
Like the other person is the problem.
yeah, the
not
other
me.
person is the problem. The other person is the problem. You
Yeah.
know, and even the other person is saying that you are
Yeah.
the problem.
Everyone is working
So
fingers.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that should be like an enlightening insight for us to understand that no, it cannot be like that. You know, the truth. There's the truth, and there's what people call your truth and my truth. You understand?
Yeah.
But however, there's a single truth.
The general truth.
Yeah,
baby.
the general
Yeah.
truth. So we should always come to that truth. And if we look inward and do the work inward, if everyone does that, then I think it's the better route to take in making things better or fixing things.
Yeah. I really like that because this episode was not meant to be this long. Mr. Say, you say you were going home. It's 33
Yes,
minutes.
I did not know you were going to take me on this ride.
Well, I'm about to wrap up though. So the last episode that came out, I think is day 70, was talking about metacognition. And basically what metacognition is the ability to think about your own thoughts. So thinking about your thought process, how you're thinking, how you're interacting with the world and how you're interacting with other people. Now once you notice and realize what is behind your thought process and what is triggering your thought process, you get to interact better and regulate better, regulate your emotions more. I think that's what Mr. Sai is. Not I think, I know that is what he's saying because I'm just going to give you a quick example. Last year, I used to have like this bitterness, offense. I didn't even know what was informing it, but that's a lie. I know what was informing it. I know what was informing it, but let me spare you the details. But I used to have like a lot of bitterness and would I say envy and offense about like things in general. And I just didn't want to interact with people. I didn't just want to be in the presence of people. And then slowly, I started asking myself, what is all this? There are people around you to have fun with, to talk to, and to just live a good life in general. And even while you have thought about your own thought process and you realize that the other person messed up, how can you still not allow them have power? How can you still allow them not, be the thing that makes you run mad or be bitter or to sulk or to not have a good life in general? Because what that person is making you do is to be resentful and being filled with resentment is a terrible place to be. Being filled with so much anger is a terrible place to be. So entering this year, I was just like, hell no, we are not doing that. So once we realize that we are angry or we are bitter, what is happening here? How did I play a role in it? What did I do here? And once I realize it, what exactly is making me angry? Because like this now, what example will I give? So, say Airtel is misbehaving. I need to work. Yesterday, this thing happened. Airtel was misbehaving. I needed to do something on the internet and I could not do it. I was fine. But then somebody called me and said something that wasn't meant to make me angry. The thing the person said didn't go my way. And now I'm now furious at the person. But why am I furious? I'm trying to numb the anger from Airtel.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to transfer it to this other person. So you just have to realize that, hell no, you're not angry at this person. You know why you're angry. You're just frustrated that you can't walk. And keep it at Airtel people.
Yeah.
They are mad people. keep it at that. Don't put it on the other person.
Goodness
So
me.
you just realize where your anger, what is motivating you, and also realize that you can't control the other person. You should regulate your own self and control your own self, and you have a better living experience.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Saye.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
This is the longest episode since we started podcasting this year, so enjoy. I'm not going to edit. I'm not editing this episode because it's too long. I don't have time for that. Good night, everybody.